Greetings, Lebanon High School Lady Devils Ensemble and your leadership. I'm Tim Banks from Stanford University in Birmingham. Actually, I'm retired, but I'm still, pretty active around and freelancer. Um, and this is about the fourth time that I've had the opportunity of adjudicating the Tennessee State Festival. But it's obviously the first time we've had to do virtual stuff. So bravo, way to go. Thank you for keeping this rolling. You have a lovely sound, may I say, even though I did put in the comments that I felt that the recording level was a little low. That made for a problem in hearing the balance and hearing everything that I would have wanted to have heard. And so, a live performance, obviously, that there's a difference, significant difference there. And of course, the masking makes a huge difference. So, thank you for making the best of a difficult situation in the pandemic and keeping singing going in this manner. As I said, in both pieces, you have lovely, lovely tone. It's especially early notable in that those four-part spreads, the chords in the first piece in the Benedictus, and it's a very vibrant sound, as I mentioned in my notes. I think that part of what I want to say is that from a diction standpoint, let's make sure in Benedictus that we keep the vowels very pure. Latin has no diphthongs except those created by two consecutive vowels, and there aren't any of those in that text that I can tell. I detected just the slightest little bit of diphthongization, moving towards the D of Benedictus, and that's just a matter of closing the mouth. So don't bene, very open, dictus. Also words like let's see, nomine. There's no nay, nay on the nay. Ne, nomine, domini. All of those are open. So anyway, otherwise it's very good. Sorry, I just discovered a misspelling also. Frustrating time with masks, I say, even more distinct. That's distinct. So I should do a little bit better proofreading job before I send this thing off, but I've already done that, so sorry. Good posture overall, everything's good in this regard, and in both pieces, I think the balance, as I mentioned, though the low level was kind of fooling me in a few places, but I felt very good about your balance overall. If I were with you, I think the biggest other quibble that I would have had would be pickup notes in Benedictus, for instance, and also in the Sigh No More. Eighth note, 16th note pickups need to be exaggerated a little bit. Benedi instead of D. D that's a strong beat. So it's going to get its own accent no matter what. So in order to properly understand the unaccented beats, we have to do a little exaggeration. And I don't mean punching them out. I just mean exaggerating the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, Benedi. Let the downbeat stress take care of itself. It's there, no problem. Same thing as I mentioned in Sigh No More, my ladies. 3, 4, of men, were deceivers ever. And that next one is a 16th note. That's even tougher. To one thing constant, right? So we want to overdo those pickup notes a little bit. Let's see. I also wanted to just address very quickly the idea of your setup. And this is not that your director, and I'm speaking to the director, also doesn't know better about the acoustic and everything there. But if I were with you physically, I would be moving you around and trying a couple of moments of those pieces with the ladies. I'm looking at a representation of you in a straight line. I might take a couple of ladies or three from one side and move you down, and same thing on the other side, and create a kind of a U, and ask you to just very slightly sing towards one another. Not that your sense of ensemble and cohesiveness wasn't good. I suppose what I'm getting at is that when you consider the straight line, we might ask the ladies on the end if indeed they actually can hear as easily and get enough ensemble information, to help improve even an already good ensemble feeling. The farther out to the edge you get, the less your information you're going to be receiving as a singer, and that might make a difference. But it always can be experimented with and better. Maybe I don't know that. I mean, obviously, when we get rid of the masks, my golly, it's going to be a good thing. But overall, just a very impressive sound, and what I called in my notes the possibility of experimenting with a deepening of your setup. In other words, instead of the two row long lines. And last but not least, I again want to say a very special thank you for keeping going in this really, really tough time for choral singing across the whole country. But Tennessee, I think, is doing a great job of making it possible for you to not only sing as an ensemble, but to have something akin to the festival environment. And I will look forward. It's been about every 3 years, I think, that I have been honored to be a judge across the state. And I hope that in another 3 years, maybe, assuming I'm not too old to do it, No, I'm not. I hope I'm not that old. That I get the opportunity to hear you guys yet again in person. And I know that's going to be a glorious day for you guys as well. So thank you for keeping going. All of these comments are meant, I hope, for your betterment. But that's only because you're already good. And, I don't believe, as I may have said before, I don't believe in perfection as such. I believe in progress towards perfection. We just keep moving forward. So God bless, and thank you very much for your very fine efforts. And I enjoyed hearing you sing.